So many dancers dream of that magical moment of putting on their first pair of pointe shoes. But the truth is that being ready for pointe isn't just about how much you want it, it's about whether your body is actually truly prepared for it. So in today's video, I'm going to help you understand the signs that your body is ready and how to safely work towards pointe work if you're not quite there yet. One of the biggest misconceptions I see is that dancers think there's a specific age or a specific number of years of training that is going to guarantee whether you're ready for pointe or not. But every dancer is different. Some people may need 2 years of solid ballet classes to be ready for pointe work. Some people may need less time, some people may need more time, and that is completely okay. It is not a race to get there. It is about building strong, solid foundations. When I decide whether a dancer is ready for pointe or not, there are a few key things that I always check. Number one is strong ankles and feet. So you should be able to rise onto demi-pointe smoothly and also come down from your demi-pointe positions with control. If your ankles are wobbling or rolling in on demi-pointe, then they will most certainly do it in pointe shoes. And that means you're not quite there yet. The second thing I check is good turnout and alignment. Nothing forced, but everything there, stable and controlled. And you shouldn't just be able to hold your turnout in positions that are still, but you should be able to maintain your turnout while balancing and while moving. The third thing I always check is proper posture. And again, not just proper posture when someone is standing in a still position, but proper posture when the dancer is moving or when the dancer is balancing. So to make sure that there's no arching of the back, there's no excessive tilt of the hips backwards, the dancer is able to maintain a nice and strong core, because pointe isn't just about your feet, it's about the strength that actually comes from the entire body. And the fourth thing I always make sure of is that the dancer understands proper basic ballet technique. And that is how to execute all the movements correctly, steadily, with control at the bar and also in the center. If one of those areas for you isn't quite there yet, that is completely fine, but that means that your focus should not yet be on the pointe work or starting the pointe work, but instead on strengthening those areas before you even think about moving on to the harder stuff, which in this case is the pointe work. I've seen so many dancers rushing into pointe work because they either feel like they have to do it for some reason, or they see that other people are doing it, therefore they feel the social pressure to also be able to do it. But forcing yourself into pointe shoes and into pointe work can cause some serious injuries if your body is not ready. In this case, it's always better to take more time to ensure that your body and your mind is truly ready for the next step. If you're not sure that you're ready yet, then start focusing on the things that will get you there. So number one is going to be consistent releves on 2 legs, and then taking it up a notch and consistent releves on the 1 leg. If you are able to do 16 slow and controlled calf raises with proper alignment on 1 leg and on the other leg, and you feel like you can, like I said, you can maintain everything that you know that needs to be maintained, and you feel that you can control it, you maybe even feel that you don't necessarily need to grip on to the bar, but you can maybe even kind of slightly let go, then that is a good sign that your ankles are probably strong enough to start the pointe work. The second thing that you should be consistently doing is TheraBand exercises for your feet. And don't let social media tell you that you need to do complicated exercises. The simple stuff works the best. So you training with the TheraBand and with the resistance of the TheraBand, how to point your foot correctly, how to then flex your foot, that you're also going to be training the in version and the E version at the same time with the loopy TheraBand. It's the best to do it with that. And also probably what will be very useful is a bunch of exercises that are going to strengthen these intrinsic muscles in your toes. So as I always say, such as the towel toe curls, toe piano, things like that. Number 3 is going to be consistent core strengthening and strengthening also of the muscles that are going to hold you in turnout. So if you don't know what those are, the main 2 muscle groups that are involved in turnout, your glutes and your inner thighs. So all the basic exercises that can strengthen your core, that can strengthen your glutes and your inner thighs, those are going to be super beneficial for point work. And the 4th thing is going to be, of course, practicing your balances. And if you're striving towards point work, then not just balances on flat, but definitely balances on demi-point. And again, making sure that whatever position it is that you're balancing in, that you are maintaining that proper posture and that good alignment. If you are able to do that, then that is a good indicator, once again, that you may be ready for point work. And everything that I just mentioned, those small, consistent habits are going to make a huge difference. Also, a side note, a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people overestimate their capabilities. And a lot of people are not able to evaluate themselves in the correct manner. So I would highly advise you to check with your ballet teacher if she or he thinks that you are ready for point work. Because sometimes it could be that you fit all of those things that I spoke about before, but there is still something that a teacher would be able to point out and would say that, okay, maybe we still need to wait a little bit longer because of this. So it's better if you have the green light from a proper ballet teacher, and not just because you think you've ticked all the boxes and you think that you're ready. And another pointer, please do not, if you get your first pair of point shoes, do not put them on at home and go on point at home, because most people don't have a proper ballet floor. Even if you do have a strip of marley, which is awesome, I would highly advise you to save the point work for when there's a teacher there, when there's a bar, and the teacher is looking at you all the time. Because this can be a bit of a dangerous territory, yeah? We don't want anything to happen to you. So for your own safety, I would highly encourage you to keep the point work for the studio. If you want to get used to the point shoe being on your foot and what that feels like, what you can do is you can put the shoes on and you can just walk around at home, but do not actually go up on point. When you've done point work for a while and you feel somewhat confident, then you can start doing it by yourself when you understand the principles of it. But if you're at the very beginning of your point journey, then do make sure that you save the point stuff for the studio. Now, when it comes to your first pair of point shoes, and I cannot stress this enough, you have to go to a proper point shoe fitter. Please do not purchase your first pair of point shoes off of Amazon. That is not going to end well. I've seen horrible shoes there, and it needs to be done with a proper fitter because everybody's feet are so different, and nowadays there are so many different point shoes out there. So some people's feet are narrower, some people's feet are wider, some people have a higher arch. There are all these factors that come into play that you are simply not going to know about if you just purchase a shoe off of Amazon. And it is not as simple as, I know my shoe size is this, so I'm going to purchase the same point shoe in the same size. It does not work like that. So, like I said, I cannot stress this enough. Please do make sure that you are going to go to a proper point shoe fitter who can make sure that you have the right shoe. Because the right shoe is, I'm not going to say that it's going to feel comfortable. It probably won't, like it will hurt in the beginning. However, you should not be in excruciating pain. That means that something is off. The shoe shouldn't be too tight. It shouldn't make your ankle wobble like crazy. Again, there's so many factors that come into play, and those point shoe fitters are there exactly for that reason, for you to be able to be sure that you have the right shoe that is a good fit for you. There is nothing better than that, and I highly, highly encourage you to find a good fitter. So remember that point work isn't the beginning of your ballet journey. It's a natural continuation of the foundations that you've already built. If you want additional tips on how to improve your ballet technique and how to improve your mindset for ballet, then I have a brand new newsletter. It's amazing. If you sign up today, you get 14 days of emails for free straight into your inbox about how to improve your technique and how to improve your mindset. So I'm going to leave the link in the description below, so make sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that it gave you some clarity in regards to whether you're ready for point work or not. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a new video, and comment below whether you're about to start your point journey or how far you are in your point journey. I would love to hear about it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.